I'm Sarah, and welcome back to Writing 101. Today is episode 4, What If I Don't Know What to Write? This is something that every writer on the planet has to think about now and then. What if I don't know what I'm supposed to write? A lot of writers will stare at a blank cursor and freak out and not know what to do, and I want you to avoid that as much as possible because it's nerve-wracking. The first thing you want to do, if you're just trying to figure out what on earth am I going to start with, is to think about the things you like to read. The things you like to read are typically going to be things that are going to be easier for you to write and will largely be the things you like to write. If you enjoy horror, try to write some horror. If you enjoy romance, try to write some romance. If you want to venture outside of those things later, that's absolutely possible, and you could have a great time doing that. Another thing you can do if you don't have any idea what to write down some things that just happened to you as practice. Tell the story of what it was like to go to math class today. Tell the story of how your boss chewed you out this morning. Write those stories, write them the way you wanted them to go, write them the way they did go, write them however you want to write them, because it's just an exercise. Get some words out, get your work flowing, get things going, and see how that helps. Another way that you can try to get writing is to do some writing exercises. Sometimes you'll find exercises that are about your own life, sometimes you'll find exercises that are about fiction. You just have to kind of search on the internet to find a few of them that are pretty easy to find. If I can remember, I'll put a few down in the description box below that will give you some different prompts that will help you in your writing. If you're into something and you start to have some difficulty writing, one of the things you might want to try to do is take a few days off. When you're stuck in something and you're spinning your wheels, sometimes staring at it is only going to make things harder. So taking a day off or 2 days off or even 3 days off, depending on where you're at, what you need, and where you're going, you might really find that it actually trucks you right along and gets you past what you've missed anyway and takes care of the problem. Another thing you can do is journal. Write about something that is not related at all to what you've been working on. Write about your real life. Write about your fake life, write about fiction, write about nonfiction, write about ghosts, write about turtles, write about stormtroopers, write about Disney characters, write about Leatherface, write about Freddy Krueger, do whatever you want, write hardcore, bestial, Josh Hutcherson fan fictions. Who am I? Do your thing. But do something interesting. Read something you find inspiring, something that you've read before, that when you read it, you think, wow, that's just like, yeah, I get it now. Something that has triggered that in your brain. If you don't have something like that, ask your friends, the author friends that you may have made since the first video. Ask people in author groups that you're in what things they read to get inspired and see what they have to offer you. You might find that you are suddenly inspired to write a whole lot when you're given the right kind of fuel. You could also watch or read about your favorite author talking about writing. Sometimes I find it really helpful to watch an interview with some of my favorite authors or to watch them talking to each other, which is pretty cool because there's a George R.R. Martin with Stephen King video that's pretty fun to watch. Sometimes you can find really interesting videos from authors who have been interviewed or who are interviewing other people who are doing whatever, and it can be a lot of fun to watch those videos, and you can come out really inspired by how hard they worked and how much they've done and how you think you can also do that too. So I find those to be really helpful. If you've never seen one, it's really worth checking out. But that does it for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Also, my Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and Snapchat are all down there too. So go ahead and click on those. My Patreon is also down there. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye. Get your juices flowing. Ew, I don't like that thing. I don't like that at all. It's not. We're going to cut that out.